Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Ball!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Wednesday shows brought to you by Hood Dental Care. HoodDentalCare.com. HoodDentalCare.com is the website. Always give it to you to find that location that is nearest you. Multiple locations in Zachary, one in Denham, one in Watson, one in Livingston. Sign up today. Schedule now. HoodDentalCare.com. All right, Tay-Tay, a little practice report, LSU football. Don't call it a comeback. The LSU offense had a day.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, we didn't get to make it out there because they started like 9:45 yesterday, but 11 on 11 started. And Matt, I don't want to discourage you here.
Oh, boy.
First 2 plays of 11 on 11. Dropped screen pass by Winston Watkins. Another screen pass to Winston Watkins where he was tackled for a loss. Followed by a Husan Longstreet interception.
Okay.
However, after that,
Sounds
the
great.
offense apparently rolled. Longstreet and Landon Clark were actually rotating in with the ones. It wasn't just Landon Clark. Because as I mentioned on Saturday, I thought Husan Longstreet had the better of the 2 days in that scrimmage, and apparently the coaching staff thought so as well. He was in there a lot with the ones. Both of them played well. Landon Clark with a touchdown pass, Longstreet as well. So, you know, the offense a bounce-back day, and Kiffin in his press conference post-practice said, basically, I'm sorry you guys had to see that on Saturday. He's like, that's not who we are.
Yeah.
I thought the offense was bad. I mean, that's what Kiffin said at his post-practice. So it makes sense that they had a big bounce-back day. And, you know, on LouisianaSports.net, Matt and Hunt, they put together a detailed practice report. And here's one fun note in there. Deuce Gerald's freshman defensive tackle, they've been raving about, you know, running with the ones. He took a direct snap in the backfield on short yardage, so that's a fun little wrinkle.
Okay, fullback,
And,
basically.
well, Lane was asked about it in the post-practice interview session, and he said, yeah, you know, we did this with J.J. Pegues. If you guys remember, he did that a lot.
Yeah.
J.J. Pegues his last year at Ole Miss. I believe it was 2 years ago, and that's something that wound up being a weapon for him. So, you know, he gave the media a little bit more, you know, sort of wrinkles than what we thought he was going to give. But, yeah, overall, by all accounts, much better day for the offense today than it was on Saturday.
That's good. It's how it's supposed to
There
be.
we go.
You're supposed to have some struggles. The defense is supposed to be ahead of you, and then you have a day where you fight back. You find a way to make a couple plays, answer the call.
Answer the bell. I like how Lane said, you know, need to apologize for what you just saw out there. That was pretty bad. So certainly not what he wants to put on the field, especially first time kind of at Tiger Stadium. But you know what? When there's bad, there's good. And you got to look at the defense as being really good. So that's always the funny part about reporting for spring practice and training camp. It's like, man, this guy looks bad. But then somebody else watching's like, man, defense looked really good.
Yeah.
So it's a little give and take there. You just want both offense and defense to have a day,
Right.
at some point. And at the end of everything, you want the defense and the offense of like better days to equal out because you want to be balanced, obviously. So I'm not teaching anybody anything right there. You want the team to be balanced completely. So as long as you minimize those days and you start getting better, because defense is going to be ahead. And 95% of the teams out there, defense is going to be ahead.
Yep.
At this point in spring training, especially with the coaching changes that went on. So,
any receivers, Tay-Tay, in that report, because that continues to be highly intriguing to me, is how that's going to play out. And again, like Matt talked about the other day, like you don't need to have your final whatever right now, but I'm just curious who's going to step up. I mean, every day that we were talking about transfer portal back when it was open, it was receiver, receiver, receiver. You kept adding and adding and adding. Well, the cream's got to rise to the top at some point, and I'm just curious which one of those guys is doing it right now.
Jackson Harris, the Hawaii transfer. I told you guys on Monday that, he got a lot of run with the ones on Saturday, and reports yesterday that he got behind the defense a little bit. Landon Clark hit him on a long touchdown pass during the first team offense when they were out there running. He kind of seems like the constant. Because remember, last week it was Jace Brown and Jackson Harris were the two. Those were the two guys out wide. Elzy kind of replaced Jace Brown. They've been rotating in and out. You got Watkins. He's kind of floating around in the slot. They send him in motion a lot. But as far as your out wide receiver, Jackson Harris has kind of been the guy for about a week and a half now and hadn't really let go of that spot and has made some nice plays out there.
And again, your quarterback, Sam Levitt, is not out there right now. Your starting quarterback. That's another part of the offensive story.
Did I see that Lane Kiffin also said the most impressive part of the offense has been the offensive line?
That's what he said.
I mean, that's not what you saw during the scrimmage. Again, I think
went out there on Saturday and the entire offense was bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a
He's
bad
probably
day for him.
throwing that day away. That's why,
Sure.
hey,
Because
look, we
he
apologize for
opened
what we
the-
showed. That's not us, but let me tell you about the rest of spring.
Right. He opened the press conference talking about how bad the offense was on Saturday. And again, that was my first extended look at him, and the offense was really bad. I mean, I don't think anybody went out there on Saturday would tell you any different. There were holding penalties. You couldn't run the ball up the middle. But, yeah, I mean, Lane started saying, and, he prefaced that by saying, where we thought they were going to be based on where they are now, probably one of your most improved groups. So, I mean, that's one of those spots, maybe the stuff we don't get to see. Lane actually
That's a CYA comment.
He was
right
pretty
there.
complimentary of that group.
Where
though.
we thought they were going to be.
Well, I mean, he kind of
You don't
mentioned that
know?
about the whole, a lot of individual players as well. He's like, this group has progressed a lot quicker. He said that he thought that's been his most consistent group throughout spring practice so far.
That's a group that, last year. Now, again, like we talk about it often, they weren't put in the best situations to be able to go out there and succeed. But that's a group that has to be better. You can't be what it was last year because 2 years ago
There's
you were
not one
elite
position
in pass
group.
protection and not great in run blocking.
Yep.
Last year you were bad
Yep.
at both.
There's not one besides what Trey did and the running backs at times. There's not one position or phase of the game that doesn't need to be exponentially better than it was. That's, I'm not going to say historically bad, but historically frustrating to watch, certainly.
Yeah, we talked about it. We broke down the running game that both your backs averaged over I think they were over 4.5 per carry, but it was a lot of individual effort.
Mm-hmm.
What were they, -1 yards at the point of contact?
Yeah, something like that.
Right, that's not good.
I think, over 20% of their forward passes, went behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep. What was the percent? I forget now. We'd have to go back in our notes. The percentage that was 5 yards or less.
It was almost 25%.
Very high.
Yeah.
So
We
Only
almost
one
did
way
this
to
ourselves
go.
yesterday, bud. We said we can't fall in this trap.
I know.
Can't keep looking back. So easy to though. Gets us emotional.
Yeah, because it was so bad, and you're like, it can't be that bad. Again.
It was so bad, and then Lane opens his press conference apologizing for the offense. Not great.
Hey, but at least you have a head coach that's ready to make adjustments.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He didn't say we were spoiled one time.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Did not.
Good for him.
Nice.
He
Forgot
took
about that.
accountability for
I
the offense.
forgot about that.
You're spoiled.
You guys are spoiled around here. You're right, Coach.
Call always falling off the sword.
God.
I did see Brian Kelly's working, I think, for CBS Sports.
Yeah,
right
he was
now.
on there again yesterday for some.
Doing their pre-draft coverage.
When he also
Wait.
going around and from certain school to certain school during spring.
I think so, and I know he was on for 2 hours with Dusty
Cannell,
and Danny,
yeah.
over on Channel 84. I guess he's in the media game since he didn't get a coaching job.
I don't know why they wouldn't ask Mel Tucker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why
Elijah's
wouldn't
point,
you
he's
ask
available.
Mel Tucker?
Well, he's doing the
Mock
The
draft.
actual
mock draft.
mock draft.
Yeah, he's doing the
okay.
actual ones.
My bad.
Brian Kelly's just commentating. Mel
Yeah.
Tucker doing the mock
He's
drafts.
the expert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know
I
why.
wonder what he's doing.
I'm not even. I didn't
Making
know
calls.
you knew who Mel Tucker was.
I didn't really know I knew who that was either.
You know what I mean?
He just subconsciously had it on his brain.
Yep.
I guess so.
Was that the coach that was almost coach here?
I mean, there was like a rumor.
There are
that
rumors.
Almost the coach here.
People
Like, he was-
rumored.
He had a
They
good
said that
agent.
he
His
Yeah.
agent
Yeah.
did a really good job.
He was always like, these are the options. And then Mel Tucker, for some reason, was always one of them that was said.
That's why he wasn't a great coach because he was always thinking about the draft.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're
He
like,
was
Coach,
more worried about the mock drafts.
You botched that call on 4th down. He's like, yeah, but guys, look at the mocks. The
Look at
mocks.
the mock drafts. I
I'm in the
proposed a trade.
98th percentile in terms of accuracy.
If you didn't listen to the first hour, you have no clue what we're talking about.
Matt tried to say Mel Kiper, and he said Mel Tucker.
Yep. Now you know.
How you do?
Thanks, Landra.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here
Pretty-
for.
It's a pretty quick and easy breakdown there.
I don't want to get into it, but you probably don't know. What we're
I got to
talking
keep
about.
it simple for, you
Yep.
know.
For me.
Yes.
For our simpleton, but you're our simpleton.
Thank you.
And nobody else is allowed to call you that.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Only us.
I'm a business owner and a father. Thank you.
And a radio host.
And one of the top Wonderlic scores ever for a quarterback. in the NFL combine.
Yes.
So,
Right up there with Colin Kaepernick.
okay. All right.
You
are.
You also claim to be a height that the combine's saying.
Numbers.
I don't believe-
Like a whole
the numbers
We
say
talked about you
otherwise.
can't trust Sentinels. You can't do it.
I think they were just pulling the information from the NFL's website. But
Check the Wonderlic.
I will say somebody that
Wonderlic's
goes
good.
by Sentinel Journal seems like they're trying too hard to be professional.
Exactly.
Like, why do you have to have both?
Thank you. You ever seen The Matrix too?
Yeah.
Sentinels. Nope. Not messing around with those.
No.
They've never got a height right.
I never what?
Got a height right.
Oh, Jake, you were talking earlier about Darren Sproles getting laughed at being only 5'6". Here's how much the drafts change over the years. In 2005, he was the 14th running back taken, and he went in the 4th round.
He was the what?
He was the 14th running back selected and went in the 4th round.
Oh wow! Times
Counted
have changed.
twice.
Can you give me some of those names you have in front of me?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
1,
Give me a few secs.
1, 2.
Give me what?
A few seconds.
Give me a few secs.
Guys, come on.
Crazy.
Matt, this is
All
the
right.
second
That's
time
crazy.
you
Take it
bring up
easy.
Mel Tucker
That's,
today.
that's how you get a razor.
It is. In fairness.
Insane way to ask that.
An insane way. Sounds like a mistake I would make.
LASIX.
LASIX.
I love how Dr. Etheridge thought like that was a serious question.
He was like, I don't think it's
I
about that.
think it's LASIK.
Yeah, Ronnie Brown. Ronnie
All right,
Brown
Ronnie
went
was a good
2
player.
overall.
Yeah, Ronnie was a good player, teammate of mine.
It was
Great dude.
actually a good
Ronnie was a
running
good
back
player.
class. 3 running backs in the first round, actually all in the top 5. Ronnie Brown, Cedric Benson, Cadillac Williams. All 3 in the top 5.
Pretty good ones.
I mean, Cadillac Williams has to be one of the best names ever.
Incredible name. Cedric Benson was a stud.
Cadillac was good
Midland?
when he played. He's still
Midland Lee, right?
Midland Lee. That's right.
Yeah,
J.J. Arrington, 2nd round.
he's okay. Not Darren Sproles.
Eric Shelton, who I have never heard of this
Never heard
person
that
in my
human being
life.
In my life either.
Eric Shelton had 71 yards rushing in his NFL career.
Hey, he was a few carries away from 1,000.
He was. Matt would have almost have got that
71
prediction.
yards. 71 yards. That's a fullback, and I got way more than that.
First pick of the 3rd round. You've probably heard this name, Matt Frank Gore.
He's pretty good.
I heard him. Actually sold a Frank Gore card recently.
He's pretty good. Pretty good player.
Gold Shimmer auto.
Ryan Motes was in this draft.
Ryan Motes was Louisiana Tech.
Yep.
He's a decent player.
Maurice Claret drafted the
Oh,
last pick of the 3rd round.
God, Denver, what were you doing? Darren Sproles was available.
Oh, so speaking on this is a legit question. Who's going to be the second running back taken?
Probably Price from Notre Dame.
Yeah, like, there's a chance. People like
Washington from Arkansas.
I don't know why you
Yeah.
take either one of them. You know?
Mike
They like
Washington.
Jonah Coleman from Washington.
You got to assume both of those guys voted to not play. in the bowl game. So they're both loser mentalities.
Okay. It's a very namesy running back draft class you got there. Buddy.
No, it's good. Like Marion Barber, Brandon Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
Also 4th round. And then Alvin Pierman was 4th round. And then a couple picks after him, Darren Sproles, 130 overall.
Yep.
So he's actually
Sproles
really
was
good.
So good at Kansas State. He was so good. That man beat Oklahoma like by himself that one year. Well, him and the quarterback. Shout out to Sprolesy.
Mm-hmm.
He got
5,
paid
6
back on
and
everybody
change.
that laughed there. Everybody. All right, real quick before we take this break, I want to remind you about our friends over at Pala. At Pala, you're not just another number. You're an employee, owner, and part of a real team. Pala is hiring skilled welders and fitters at their fabrication shop in Hammond, Louisiana. I like to call it Hammond, America as well. Pay runs up to $40 an hour with overtime locked in through 2027, plus 6 paid holidays, 2 weeks paid vacation, full benefits, and employee ownership through their ESOP. If you can burn rod, fit steel, and take pride in your work, this is your opportunity. You can apply now and build your future with Pala. Pala, employee-owned, relationship-driven, building together, palagroup.com. That's P-A-L-A group.com. Hiring now. Go check that out again, palagroup.com. All right, step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench. Off the bench, presented by Hood Dental.
This is where they stay from. Throw it up, dubs on the Cadillac, white tees, Nikes. Gangsters don't know how to act. Adamsville, Bankhead, College Park, Power Home. Hummus floating on chrome, choking on.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you that our Wednesday shows brought to you by Hood Dental. HoodDentalCare.com is the website. So before we put the graphic out for our mock draft, because I haven't seen it yet, so it's not done yet, right?
It's good.
Should we
asked
put
Chris.
should we put the one that we did on air, or should we maybe all do one privately and put it out as our official one?
Maybe we could do both.
I mean, we could. I feel like we need to put one solid one out there.
Wait,
Well,
I'm
we spent
slow.
an hour
I don't
talking
get
about
what
it.
you're asking.
We spent an hour talking about it. We should use that one.
Okay. I was just saying, did you want to put the one that we did on air?
Yeah.
'Cause, people do multiple mock drafts, 1.0, 2.0. As they get information.
Let's do that. The one we did on air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
yeah.
the way we did it, we would flip picks to see how different it would be. So,
We're not gathering much more information.
well, the Cowboys.
I would like to redeem myself on my draft, but
that was one of the things I was trying to get done.
you're trying to help me out.
I was trying to. Well, just one. There was only one pick.
The other
mean,
one's got a B+ and an A.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it wasn't the worst pick of the day. The worst pick of the day was Ty Simpson to Cleveland.
Got a B-.
Well, I mean, and
I
then
don't know
Matt
how.
traded with himself
They've got so many quarterbacks on that
Good
team.
trade.
for
I
somebody
just
that
don't
was
think
going to
any of
be
them are
available
good.
anyway.
Good trade.
I think Deshaun Watson could be. Now
I
it's up
just
to Todd
think
Monken.
somebody's going to take him in round 1. And if I would have had the Steelers pick at 21, I would have picked him. But
I picked Mekhi Lemon.
And
He's going to be a Cardinal.
oh yeah, for sure.
I think the Cardinals are
Ty
going to trade.
Simpson?
They're going to trade back.
They're going
up.
to trade back in
Yeah.
into the first round.
okay, so over under draft position on Ty Simpson, 24.
Ooh, that's
Good
about
number.
right.
Okay, let's go 25 then. All right.
Under.
I'm going to say.
And the Browns are at 24. If
They
you
got two
think-
first-round picks.
But they got two first round picks. If they don't
So
think
they're
they
more
need a
willing to
QB,
trade that.
They could trade that exact pick.
I'm going to say over. I think that they trade with the guy who's there,
Dolphins
Texans
are
or
at 30.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
One of those teams. The Texans love to
What's
just
the big
trade back
knock
out.
on Ty Simpson? On the streets.
Games played, really.
That's
He only
it.
started 1 year. He couldn't beat out Jalen Milroe. I've heard a lot of people say that.
I mean,
I'm not telling you I said it. I'm telling you.
I think Jalen Miller has probably got could potentially have a bright future.
But that's kind of some of the things you hear about him.
Mm-hmm. So they just don't know. There's unknowns out there.
There's a lot of unknowns.
There's not it's not really.
It took him a long time to get a college job.
It's not really a knock on him. It's just an unknown, which is certainly doesn't rank as positive points.
It's one of my things with Arvell Reese. I think Arvell Reese is an incredible athlete, but he's only played 18 games.
Right.
That's
Well, if you reach to take a quarterback in the first round, you are most of the times expecting him to play sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And in a position where this kid might be, because of the lack of experience, game time experience, might be needing to cook a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, because I don't think I hadn't heard anything on talent level. There's nobody. He made some throws this year that nobody made better throws in all of college football than him.
Are you about to go full Dan Orlovsky and say he should be the number 1 pick over Mendoza?
Nope. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are a couple of clips. Now, everybody can make a highlight film and look like the greatted quarterback ever on a highlight.
If you go back and you make a highlight tape of Nussmeier's throws against Ole Miss 2 years ago to beat him,
yep. I would just say,
draft him.
Like for sure, there's no doubt. Like Garrett is shown to be as good as anybody out there in spurts and at times. Certainly not this past offense. Anyway, Ty Simpson had clips, at least one or two a game for a while. I did think about it. That is like, man, that is like I watched like 20 times. I was like, man, that's a hell of a throw. Like, there's nobody in the world throwing a ball better than that. There's people that can throw that throw, but nobody's throwing it better than what he just did. So I think there's talent there. There's potential there.
I guess that's like my big question to you, because like nobody's saying that Simpson should go over Mendoza. But like, how big is that gap?
Like
Between
I said,
Simpson and Mendoza.
I
like Simpson. I think he's good too.
There was time, like for a large majority, you can at least say Ty Simpson was playing as good. Maybe not better.
When they played head to head, though, there was no doubt.
No doubt. Quite. No, and I'm not arguing. That's why I say the big portion, throughout the first 3 quarters of the season, it just didn't get any better for Ty Simpson.
For
they
sure.
kind of their offense.
Fernando elevated.
They kind of like regressed a little bit, I think. But there was a time that I was like, man, there's nobody playing better than Ty Simpson right now at this position. Now, Fernando kept going and getting better and better and better and more consistent, but he was on the better team as well. But is that gap that big? No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Because
from an experience level, sure.
In that mock Jake brought up, Mel has the Cardinals moving back into the first round to take Ty Simpson, and he was asked, "Well, why didn't you have the Steelers take him? Like, with or without Rodgers? Like, how long's Aaron going to play? Because somebody's like, oh, well, they may be waiting on Rodgers." And consider the source. Mel's response was, "Well, 21's way too high for Ty Simpson." I was like, "Is it?"
Right.
Like, if you think Fernando's no doubt number 1 overall pick, is there that big of a gap?
There could be a situation play out where 21's too high for anybody left. We talked about it earlier in this show. There is, in the 20s, it's going to be filled with guys that have 2nd and 3rd round grades, just because this draft class is a little short of the elite player. Like, they have them, it's just not the big numbers of them. So you could make the argument, depending on how the draft goes, that anybody at 21 is an overdraft.
I wish I would have had a chance to see Ty Simpson at the Senior Bowl. Just don't feel like I know enough about him.
I agree.
And you can watch tape, you can watch film. There's just not a lot out there. So you wish you could get eyes on him to see what he did at Senior Bowl. And we got a chance to obviously see Nuss at the Senior Bowl, and that did him, wonders. I think that kind of re-solidified his standing as the 3rd quarterback in this draft.
Mm-hmm. This is wild, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think.
I feel like that was kind of the story of the Senior Bowl too, of
No doubt.
how great Garrett Nussmeier is and how it was like such a good redemption for him because of how bad the season was.
Yeah.
To no fault of his own, but it really was like most of the stuff that I was hearing out of the Senior Bowl, and maybe it was because we were there, but like I feel like it was all Nuss.
Mm-hmm. And most storylines, most people that elevate themselves so much during the offseason is because they go and run a 4.2
Yeah.
or a 4.3, or they just like they do this freakish thing physically. Well, Garrett just went and showed what he has
As
shown to
normally can
everybody
do, yeah.
at the Senior Bowl. And then the best thing that he did, that his running a 4.2 moment, was in front of a microphone at a podium
Yeah.
saying, I was hurt.
Right.
That was the best thing, the best advice he could have got.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing he could have done was to just, because there's all these question marks nobody really knew. Well, he answered the question.
And he handled all of it really well.
Well,
Like
yeah, he's
whenever
just
it
a
was like
good-
just whenever they were doing the media portion of it, and he came out and was like, yeah, I was injured. All the follow-up questions, like I feel like he handled himself really well, which I think also impresses NFL teams and managers and
sure.
the front offices and such.
And it's been such a great glow up for him
Yeah.
in the offseason, because there were times during the year, if you just took his name and his number off his jersey and everybody else on LSU's offense, no names.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a draftable quarterback right
Right.
there. Not any. And again, this is we'll document. It's not his fault,
Yeah.
but how bad the offense was, how poorly coached they were, everywhere from position group coaches all the way to the people running it.
Yeah.
How poor everything was, and then plus the injury. It's like this is a draftable play
Yeah.
right here.
You mean Nuss? Wait, he was hurt last year? He didn't just forget how to throw the football. There's people that believe that, Matt. So it's just I didn't know.
That's the thing you can forget,
Yeah.
how to do something
That
This
you've
is
done
something
that you've
forever.
done forever,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh well, he was. Maybe he didn't put in the work in the offseason. Did
That's
you
true, he
forget?
does.
But you can't forget how to throw the football.
He's just lazy, you know.
Okay.
Just lazy kid, not a good kid at all.
Yeah.
Not a fantastic ambassador
weird.
for our
No.
university.
I thought they were just covering for him with the whole injury thing.
Yeah.
It's weird that he was actually hurt.
He hurt a knee at one point too during training camp.
Man, 2 injuries.
Remember LSU posted like a picture with the knee cut off,
knee cut.
like cropped out, and everybody was like, "See."
Oh, I told you.
I remember that. Oh,
His leg
so
fell
good.
off.
It ended up being the ab injury. They got
The
him.
all oblique.
I'm gonna say the coaches hurt him on purpose.
Yeah.
Blame it all on them. They're the fall guys.
I mean, they are. Shout out
Anyways.
us.
Shout out Nuss. So Marler's doing the graphic.
Yeah, I asked him last night.
Does he
and
know the
said-
draft's Thursday
Do we need to do it?
coming up? Not this
Do we need to
Thursday.
remind
but
him to
next?
do it
Do we need to
before the
remind-
draft?
Yeah, and
I
not
mean,
like
I
Sunday next
texted him
week?
last night, and this morning he said, "Yes, we have it. I'll send it over when I'm in." I don't know
so
what
he's just
time he
not
gets to the office.
He's not even in the
he
office
might be
at
listening.
9:31. That's oof.
I mean,
Wow,
that must be nice.
as long as we get it by Thursday, Friday, week before,
Chris, if you're
it'll
listening,
be good.
Just wondering.
We gotta get that engagement up, Marler. People need to see these pics.
Yeah, I mean,
How they gonna bet, make money?
Did we ever get an overall grade for each of our picks?
Yeah, so I sent them in the group chat.
it wasn't overall, but we could only do like team by team.
Individual, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
weak. Could average them out.
But you can see each pick. Like I have each pick and team in there. Most of them are pretty good. I mean, McDonald got a D. Spencer Fano, my pick for the Jets, actually got a D.
Yeah.
And half of your trade got a D. Everything else was like
Yeah.
But the other half,
got a B plus.
not a big deal.
So
NBD.
All right. We will step away here. Got more OTB coming back your way when we jump back in the Raise the Case studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org is the website for, you guessed it, Central Plumbing, not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We're talking to you. 225-230-8156 is the 24/7 emergency service number. Now, not only in emergencies, if you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, they can come in, they can do that as well. They can start from the very beginning. I know Matt talks about that all the time with his business, but if you're looking to upgrade at your home, if you want a new vanity, a new shower, a new tile, whatever, they've got you covered there as well. And if you're looking for employment, always remember you can go to centralplumbing.org, click on Contact Us, and then employment. It's going to pull up what they have available, centralplumbing.org.
Right, Central Plumbing. You're experts in the plumbing game, whether it's commercial, whether it is residential. The Payne family's been doing it a long, long time. So if you're a licensed plumber looking for an awesome place to work, go check them out right there at centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Off the Bench, presented by Hood Dental.
Last night I saw you standing, and I started pretending I knew you, and you knew me too. And just like a Roman, you were too shy.
Hello.
But you weren't
Welcome back.
the only cause, so was I.
I really should shout out to Big Mike in the chat for bringing this up. I should have brought this up. I did the softball game last night. Jaden Heavner threw a no-hitter last night, complete game.
Against who?
ULL.
Take the L.
They
Pitched a-
run rolled.
She pitched a no-hitter?
And the last time that they pitched a no-hitter was the last time she pitched a no-hitter last season in her debut.
Holy cow.
Like in her
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that since
Let's
we've had
go.
Coach Torino on.
Little bit of a
I do want to
heater.
give LSU softball a little bit of love because
Yeah.
I feel like we've been me at least a little
It's
bit
been
critical
weak.
about them. But they have quietly been stacking up some really, really good wins over really good teams and winning some great series. And the pitching has improved so much from the beginning of the season to now, and it's efficient pitching. It's not like I think she only had 2 strikeouts in the game last night, but it was productive because they were hitting ground balls. I think there's only 1 pop out to center field last night, and just a well pitched game. Run rolled them in 5 innings. 8-0 was the final score there. And there's some girls on there like Kylie Edwards is red hot right now, and there's some girls that are really doing really well at the plate.
Absolutely.
I watched a little bit. What's Kelly Edwards batting like near 500?
It's something crazy like that because she is on it. She's the one that hit for the cycle last week. So she's red hot, and the team's just really, like I said, stacking up some really good wins right now.
Yeah, we talked about it.
After a rough start.
Yeah, it was a rough start. That tournament they had down in Florida is like, man, oof. Right? You try to regroup, try to find your way back, and it's been some ebbs and flows, but you take a game off Oklahoma, you fight for another game, you lose the series, but you snap a winning streak they had, and then you go on the road against Missouri, and you beat Arizona 2 out of 3, a really good Arizona team, and now hit ULL in the midweek, so things pointing up. And if I'm not mistaken, Ole Miss this weekend inside Tiger Park, right?
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, you brought it up the other day, or maybe it was yesterday, that the rest of the schedule really favors them. So Ole Miss comes into town, and then the following – or actually, they're in Mississippi State in Starkville the same weekend that LSU baseball travels there. So they'll be in Starkville next weekend. And after that, you have McNeese at home, and then Auburn, and then the SEC tournament after that. So you do have a favorable schedule the rest of the way out, and you have an opportunity to host a regional.
Also, Sierra Daniel.
Yeah, she's on
fire. Every home run she's hitting, it's been in the last week. All of her home runs on the season, she got 2 of them.
I mean, Jayla Lassiter's out here also, too. She had a 2-run home run last night that put them up 5-0 in the second. So, she's the lineup for LSU softball is starting to heat up.
Let's go.
Charlotte Lorenz had a home run last night after a good weekend. So, shout out to softball.
That's somebody that stepped up big, too. Like, left field, call it like it is. It was a huge question mark for you for the first third of the season. And she stepped up huge.
It's kind of different than it has been in the past. Like LSU softball over the last couple of years, remember, like undefeated deep into it, and it was like some really, really good wins, and then like there might be an injury, there might be this, that, the other, whatever, and you kind of trail off a little bit.
Yeah.
This has been the complete opposite of what it's been the previous 2 years, which might be a good thing.
I think so too, because it's kind of like you said also the other day, is that last season the end of their schedule was rough. So they started off, like you said, undefeated, and then they go on the road to Kentucky, and I think they dropped that series, and they just had a rough schedule toward the end. And here you started off the Clearwater Invitational. Was it Clearwater that or no?
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
right.
They're at Clearwater. Baseball is in Jacksonville. But the Clearwater Invitational was a tough test to be fair to them whenever they started the season off. And yeah, just really headed in the right direction for LSU softball.
Let's go. I got to get the girls out there to Tiger Park.
You should. Tiger Park's great. They have a berm out there.
We love a berm.
Yeah.
Love a good berm.
Tiger Park is a
Totally.
lot of fun. I usually try to make my way out there at least once a season too, and I haven't yet, but it's a great little park.
Now,
I mean,
be a perfect
Ole
time to
Miss,
go.
yeah.
I'm going to look at what a berm is.
It's like the grassy area that's
like you sit on, like it's not like stands,
So-
it's just like the
Matt.
hill you could sit on.
Small hill.
Small hill. Got it. Like a mound.
One-sided, though. It doesn't go down the other
Not
side.
an Indian mound. We've talked about that on this show before.
The dirt on the berm's probably about as old as the dirt in the mound.
Yeah, just push it all together.
Just dirt.
Yeah,
It's old.
it's old dirt.
yeah.
They weren't here for that.
Go Tigers.
I actually was here for that show. Like that one, like it was maybe my first week working at Guarantee, and I had to come shadow every single show.
Yeah.
And I happened to be in here with
God,
Mario
you
and
are
Danny
So mad at us.
when y'all were doing that. Like I just so it was like my first time doing anything
he got
OTB related.
so mad at us.
Smelled-
And then,
we smelled blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just
No,
he
and then
didn't pick up
T-Bob
on
tried
it.
to get me to get on my first time ever being on air, tried to get me to come on and tell the people how I felt about Helen Keller. And you were
Okay.
like, no,
I do
we're not
remember
doing
that.
this.
Okay. Good.
Jake tried to save me.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
He's like, this can't be
So how
people's
do you-
first impression.
No.
How do
Oh, we've talked
I
about
thought
it
I think
multiple
she's
times.
like not blind or deaf.
Oh.
Maybe one or the other, but you weren't both.
So I'm kind of like halfway. I think she was blind and deaf. I just don't think she did the things they say she did.
No way you flew a plane.
Oh, wow.
Right. Like, and everybody's going to be like, why was she? She's not lying about it. I think maybe to make her feel better, they were like, hey, you flew a plane.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah.
just,
Maybe not 100%.
I just
Deaf.
like do
Maybe
this,
not.
Matt,
I don't know.
cover your ears and close your eyes and imagine doing
That feels.
anything.
I'm gonna leave that one to you, Tay Tay. I'm gonna leave you to cover your ears and close your eyes.
Just imagine doing anything.
That's why That's why we all get taught the story. You can do anything. Put your mind to.
Yep. That's kind of like the point of the.
So we're sorry for all the Helen Keller descendants out there listening to the show. But
I'm not saying I believe it, but it's like
questions need to be answered.
Yeah.
is what we're saying.
Yeah.
We need some proof.
I'll entertain anything.
Besides just a story we hear
Right.
in 5th grade.
On that note, I want to tell you about our friends over at Oshner. Not sure where to go when something
Still
feels
makes them
off?
uncomfortable.
Oshner makes it easy with their
really didn't want me to say
24/7
it.
symptom checker. Just enter a few questions and get directed to the right care for your needs at oshner.org/findcare. For ongoing health needs like checkups, headaches, or managing things like blood pressure, primary care is your go-to. And yes, virtual visits are available. You need quick treatment for things like colds, sprains, or minor injuries. Urgent care has you covered with walk-ins and extended hours. But if obviously something's very serious, like severe chest pain, trouble breathing, or major injuries, head straight to the ER or call 911. It's all about the right care, right place with Oshner. Learn more at oshner.org. Just saving y'all from, what could
No,
be.
I get it.
I mean, we've already got Flynn trying to talk about Mel Tucker
I
here
know.
on the airwaves.
I get it.
How's that problematic? How's that problematic?
I mean, you got this man doing mock drafts.
Tucker. I barely know her.
Okay. We'll be back. More OTB here live
That's
from the
his
Raising
phone
Cane
opener.
studio.
Off the bench.
Go to FABT.com, FABT.com, First American Bank and Trust. They've been in the game for over 100 years. They didn't talk about the things that might get them in trouble like we just did in that last segment. Go to FABT.com. They've got all the bells and whistles of all the national banks, and they have the down-home customer service, though, that you're going to get from First American Bank and Trust. You're not just another account number. You are a name with a face. They treat you like that. FABT.com.
They've been around for over 100 years. They might have been around when Taylor's girl Helen was flying a plane. You never really know. But if you are looking for a honest banker, if you are looking for a local banker, when you're parking your money somewhere, when you're asking for a loan, whether it's a personal loan, a mortgage, maybe it's a commercial loan, and when you're doing that, you want someone to make local decisions that's based around, that sees your business for what it's worth, sees you for what it's worth. And that's what you do, what you get at First American Bank and Trust. So go check them out, FABT.com.
Off the Bench, presented by Hood Dental.
You were my sun, you were my earth. You didn't know all the ways I loved you, no. So you took a chance and made other plans. But I bet you didn't think that they would come crashing down, no.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. It is time for Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis. It's always a great time to go for dose. Watching baseball this weekend, kick your feet up, put your hand in the cooler, grab you an Ice Cold Dos Equis. It's going to make everything better. Good, bad, or ugly. It's going to make everything
Hey, just remember, guys, no matter what's happening, it's all going to be okay.
That's right. Shout out to Dos Equis, as always. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Did anyone hear Trader Bob interviewing Doug Flutie yesterday? Flutie said he's currently a pitcher in an adult baseball league and throws high 70s, can also still throw a football 50 yards. I believe it.
Oh, yeah, why not?
And Doug Flutie, I saw him during the Super Bowl. Looks like he's in great shape.
I can still throw football a quarter mile.
Over them Rockies?
Over the mountains over there.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Does Alondra hate all the blind and deaf and mute people or just the famous ones?
Just the famous ones.
You get too much credit.
Just Helen Keller.
Hashtag
I'm
Ask
just kidding.
the Bench.
I don't hate
When
Helen
you
Keller.
think of the 80s, what's the
You don't know
first
her.
thing,
I don't.
person, event you think of?
I think of the 80s rock.
Say that again?
Just first thing that pops
When you think of
into
the
my head.
80s, what's the first thing, person, event you think of? When you said 80s, the first thing that popped into my head was Thriller.
The first thing that pops in my head is Robert Smith, The Cure. Like, for some reason, I just see the...
I saw Michael Jackson in Thriller when I read the question out loud.
I think of two things. I think of the Flock of Seagulls haircut,
Yeah.
and I think of the Safety Dance song, the music video. It's weird. I think it's people in overalls, like skipping around.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave yourself behind. But if you don't dance, and if you can't dance, then you're no friend of mine.
Yep, that's the one.
All right, before we get to
Yes,
this
yes,
next
yes,
question, I
yes.
want to remind you about Rejuve Me. RejuveMeMedical.com is the website. 13 locations throughout the state of Louisiana, also one in Mississippi. If you're listening to us in Louisiana, Matthew, there is likely to be a location that's very convenient for you.
Yeah, they are. Because there's like 13 of them all over Louisiana. Fantastic clinics. So if you want to get feeling young again, if you want to have a little bit more pep in your step, a little bit more energy when you put your feet on the ground in the morning, go check them out over there at Rejuve Me Medical, RejuveMeMedical.com. A little hormone replacement therapy. Yes, please.
Rejuve Me Medical.
Can they help if you shrunk from 6'2.5" to 6'1.5"?
No, but they can make you feel better about
Okay.
it. Hashtag,
I'm asking for a friend.
Maybe
Ask
they
the
can
bench.
fix the records.
Did y'all see the high school softball game in Shreveport that finished 55 to
What?
45?
Yes.
Stats in the game are crazy. I have not. Hopefully,
How
it
long
wasn't-
did that go?
My brother's an athletic director in the area. Hopefully, it wasn't his school.
Yeah, so it
How long?
their whole season's been like this though.
What?
Who was
got
it?
I got the two teams. I actually saved this on TikTok to show you guys, and
Oh,
I
nice. Who
forgot.
are the two teams? Do you know?
It was. Move on, and I'll
Had
get
to
back
have
to
been
it.
like a 4-hour game.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Why do we feel aliens own spaceships, not clothes?
That's
I
a
don't know
great
that they don't-
question.
That's a really good question, actually.
Because clothes are probably like a human concept,
Yeah,
you know,
got
like
you.
we,
Yeah, it's a social construct.
yeah.
Southwood and Huntington.
Oh, Huntington.
The aliens didn't
Yeah.
have Adam and Eve.
Southwood used to be like one of the best softball programs in the state.
Really?
Southwood
Which is
4-13, Huntington 1-11.
Yeah, Southwood is a school, man. They just
So-
completely went down. They used to be one of the best baseball and softball teams. A lot of LSU fans will remember Michael Aubrey from Tulane. He was a National Player of the Year. That's where he played high school baseball. It's certainly gone downhill. Ask the bench, worst decade of music. Got about 15 seconds. I think
don't know.
70s.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I don't like disco.
all music.
I don't like disco.
Roar
Like
is-
70s rock, good. 70s disco.
I'd say the Roaring 20s.
Wait, I like the 20.
Oh, listen to this tune.
I like a little jazz.
Hey, that makes you want to tap your foot and say swear words.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BayouAutomotive.com, BayouAutomotive.com. They're in Laplace, but it's okay if you're in Baton Rouge and you want to buy a new vehicle. You go to BayouAutomotive.com, you buy your vehicle, they bring it to you. Once you buy a vehicle from Bayou Automotive, if you don't live in the area, guess what? You need maintenance, they'll come, they'll pick your vehicle up, give you a loaner, and then bring your vehicle back. That is incredible customer service, and that is easy. And that's what they do over at Bayou Automotive. So go check out the Fords, the Jeeps, the Dodge, the Rams, all available right there. Chrysler, they got you covered. They've also got the Black Widow packages on multiple vehicles, including the Jeep, which I'm driving around, which you can buy that one as well. Go to the homepage of BayouAutomotive.com and find your next dream car.
That's right, BayouAutomotive.com. And Jake said, I mean, it's just so easy when you deal with them. It doesn't have to be the old traditional way of walking through a lot and taking all this time and doing all that. It takes time to do it. Nope, you can call them, look on their website. You can buy a car right there from the comfort of your own home. They'll drive it right to you. Are you kidding me? BayouAutomotive.com.